All right, all right, all right. It's been a long ass break. No content's come out. Everybody's making lists about this and that. Top 30's here, top 30's there. Everybody has an opinion on who to put in the top 30. And I say, why not me? I've seen some of these lists. Do I agree? I don't know. Do I disagree? I don't know. We're here to find out. So we're going to be doing top 30 current One Piece characters. In strength wise, that's the category. That's what we use, the metric we use to in every story. Now, do you scale by statements, future scaling, theories, whatever you do to scale, it's all one. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. But as long as you have a reason, I will not discredit your list. When I look sideways, yes. Discredit, no. Because at the end of the day, it's a story. It's a fun exercise. Let's start off with the honorable mentions. My honorable mentions. I've got not Dookie, Dory and Brogy. We will just use this as a placeholder. Is this Dory? Is this Brogy? I don't even know. Till this day, can't tell them apart. But I'll be honest with you. I don't know how to rate Dory and Brogy. From the beginning, from the early showcase in Little Garden, wasn't impressed. And I'll be honest, it's a bit of bias. But the way they were shown in Egghead and the little Shanks kid situation, they gave off second commander, first commander type of feel. Is that overhyped? I don't know, but that's what they give me. But I will just be safe, keep them a honorable mention. Another one is Rob Lucci. You can't disrespect Rob Lucci. He came back stronger. Awakened Devil Fruit. Zoan. Everybody wants a Zoan Devil Fruit nowadays. Everybody has one. So you go give him credit. But I don't know where to put him. So I leave him at 30. He's definitely in the lower end of 30s if I switch around. So you'll be around 30 to 20 if I really try to put him in. But just to play it safe, I'm just going to keep him honorable mention. I don't want to have that discussion. Marco is also another one. He's definitely around this range. And there's something I need you guys to know. All of these characters, from honorable mention here to at least 20, I think are all relative. Crazy. They all have reason for you to put them from honorable mention to 20. At least that's what I think. But Marco is definitely someone who's had the low end of the stick, losing a lot of his battles. And the one battle he is technically winning, he was just stalling for the stars to appear. So I leave them honorable mention. The last one is Shiryu. I don't care what you guys say. I will not fall for this trap. It's 2026. I will not be falling for the propaganda of Shiryu. I don't care if they tell me he's more deadly or scarier than Magellan. I don't believe in that propaganda. Keep that in 2025. Normally, I rate people who sneak around and do attacks. I don't think it's a Mickey way to fight. Toji. That's all I can think of right now. Any other assassins you can think of in different anime. For some reason, when they do it, I can feel the strength. This guy just feels like another Blackbeard crewmate, and I respect the I like Blackbeard's crew. Not Shiryu, but I like the crew. Well, honestly, hey, other than a certain someone, put most of the Shanks crew in here. I can't be bothered. I'll be honest with you. I'll let you guys rank where they go. The Yasop, Lucky Roo, all the other guys except one. I'll try and rank him. I'm not bothering. That's up to you guys. The real power scalers. I leave that up to you and what you guys think. What statements I've told you what. But let's finally get into it. Long as honorable mention. Number 30. And I think it's disrespectful, honestly. I have got Boa Hancock. Now, Conqueror's Haki. Former Warlord. Broken Devil Fruit. She's got a resume. I don't know why we hating. And honestly, she could be higher, but I have to reduce her down just due to fan perception of her. And also losing, not technically not losing, but her last situation was saved by Rayleigh. But her resume, on paper, she's got everything to be a great character. And honestly, it should be higher than most characters above her in this list. Talking about characters above this list, we're moving on to 29. Law. This is where it comes to these top 30s. Because I think most of them, I keep saying, I have to keep saying it again and again until you guys get it. I think they're all quite relative to a point, and then to another point, those guys are relative. To another point, those are relative. A lot of relativity is going on. I can see Boa winning against Law, but I would take Law in both situations. Now, in a 1v1, I'll take Boa, low key. I don't know, actually. That's the problem. Law has a deeper bag, but on paper, Boa has a better kit. Or did I say that wrong? I think it's the other way around. Law has a better kit. Boa has a bigger bag. Whatever I mean, I don't care. All I'm trying to say is the relative. And here I got for number 28, Sanji. Now this is tough. While I was making this list, Sanji went from honorable mention to being 30 to being around 16 to 20 range to finally putting him down as 28. It's difficult. It's difficult. I'm not going to lie to you. And this is not saying he's weak because and this is the problem. You guys will see this and then you'll see where I put Zoro and think this and that. But is top 30 not top 30? How many characters are there in the show? Is it this? I'm not trying to say this as disrespect. If you're in this list, you're strong to me. Big Sanji, never the little one. I don't come here with an agenda. And honestly, do you think Sanji right now is stronger than Boa? Take away Sanji's debuff against women. Do you think Sanji right now is stronger than Marco? Law. It's a debate. And if you do think that, you know he definitely doesn't clear them. Because on paper, Boa should be higher than the two above him. From content we've seen, Law should be above both of them. And from what we know, Sanji feels like he's above every single one. I guess to some, not to everyone. You know, Sanji does have a hate club. Now that I see this, I feel like I'm changing this. I'm sorry, Law, you're going down. Live updates, live updates. We're gonna put it like this because in this little area, I'm going to be putting a lot of warlords and first commanders. Starting off with King. What has King done? I don't. Now, that's crazy, disrespectful. I didn't say before, this is not about disrespecting anyone, but I just don't see it. The way people hype King, I don't like it. I don't care for it. You love King, I don't. But at the same time, first commander. So I have to give him his prop. Did he have? I even forget. Did he have Conqueror's Haki? I don't think he. I don't think he did. I had to check. No Conqueror's Haki shown. Can confirm. Did the research. But he does have a gimmick that keeps him from taking damage or losing fights as long as the flames are up, which is a good thing. But I just don't see it out of the people. But he's definitely around this range. 26 being Crocodile. Now, honestly, I think King's above Crocodile. And that's all because of Alabaster. Marineford helped, but yeah, let me change it. I don't like that. I put King above him. I love the future skill as much as the next person. And he probably has Conqueror's Haki as we speak. And has all these new abilities. But I don't care. Wait a second. Wait. I changed my mind. Future scaling for the win. Crocodile is more important to the story right now than King. So he has to be more stronger. Am I right, guys? That's how we go rank this. 25 Doflamingo, 24 Katakuri. I hope you guys are seeing the range of power around this area. I have Doflamingo a little bit above. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't say the importance of Crocodile, but I've always seen Crocodile and Doflamingo as the same person. But Doflamingo being the upgrade because he came out later and stronger. And I feel like if we're giving Crocodile a future scale, I think Doflamingo's future scale is stronger to me. That's how I see it. And when we're talking about Katakuri, he showed the most. I would be lying if I didn't say he did not show the most. An advanced future sight. He can see the future. What else do you want me to say? Once again, if we're talking about right now in the story, Katakuri still feels like the strongest. Crocodile does, but Katakuri feels like the strongest from what we've seen in the story. And he's also irrelevant. He should save his sister, doesn't he? Hey, no Big Mom. Who's the new Big Mom pirates? Sparrow? Nah, it's Katakuri. Big one. The big cat. And to end this little category of warlords, first commanders, whatever this is, technically she isn't one, but we've got Yamato. You may hate the character, you may hate the agenda, you may hate anything about her, I don't care. Strength is undeniable. People were scared of her joining because she ruins the dynamic of the crew. or she could just be another Jinbei. You know what I'm saying? But resume, once again, like Boa, conquers Haki. Daughter or son, whatever you want to do, I don't, not my problem, of Kaido. Conquers Haki again. Half Oni. Man, let's not play. She fought with Kaido and held her own stalled. You know, pulled a Marco. The same feat Marco did just with King and Queen that we downplay, we upscale for Yamato, even though the Scabbards did the same thing. But hey, it doesn't matter to me. It's Big Yamato. She is definitely in this range. Now, in this category, yeah, Boa, King, Crocodile, Doflamingo, Katakuri, and Yamato. I don't really care how you got it, but I think they're around this area, all of them, and they're all around the same strength level. And I think Yamato is. I don't even think Yamato is the strongest, but I put money on Yamato being the strongest, if you get what I'm trying to say. I can see Crocodile being the strongest. At the same time, I can see Doflamingo being the strongest. Loki, I don't see King and Katakuri ever being the strongest. Is that crazy to say? I just don't feel the vibes. I don't feel the aura from them. Definitely not King. But Katakuri has a chance. And now we've got the next stage. We've got the old men. I had to fit them in somewhere, but since they're declining in strength, old and slow, I've got to put them not too high, but not too low. And my reasoning is experience. I think, honestly, the likes of Boa, King, Crocodile, Doflamingo, Katakuri, and Yamato could win a fight against these old men. But I just feel like the experience and the knowledge they have of different hakis, advanced hakis, I just give them the edge. Sengoku being the lowest. I respect Sengoku. I give it the same range around Scupper Gaban. That's why Scupper Gaban is higher than Rayleigh being second in command of Roger. And then finally, first being Garp. Because he was a rival, opponent, whatever you want to call it, adversary, a real competition. So was Sengoku to Roger. But this is how I have the old men somewhere around this range. Do I see Law beating these old men? I don't. Do I see Sanji? I don't. Boa, I did say Boa before. I can see it. King, I can see it as well. Crocodile, if he has conquers Haki, I can feel it. Then we got the rest, and I'm definitely sure they could either beat them, high diff, whatever diff you want to use, or would be a competition. 18, I got Loki. I'll be honest with you. I'm trying to not overhype Loki, you know what I'm saying? I can see him being higher. He's definitely a bit higher, but I don't want to jump the gun. Let me see the devil fruit first. Because, right now, he's looking like top 10, top 15. But, let me just calm down. He's shown nothing currently. When it comes to all the backstories, he gives everybody buffs and dies. But this is the same Loki who defeated a powered up Harold. A Harold that was meant to be, let's say, competition for Zebek. Unless we're saying as Harold got older, which is possible, at that age, he was basically past his prime and not at the level anymore. And what the power up did was just put him back in his prime. Unless we're saying that. But that's the prime Harold. And this is why I got the King of Hell. There isn't that many first commanders left. I'm lying to myself. Put Loki above him. At this point, I've seen more from Loki than I've seen more from Zoro, but I've seen higher feats from Loki. Zoro's cool. Zoro's cool. I've got the Loki. I've got Loki's ranking all wrong. Looking at who I've got above him, I've got it all wrong. Because next we've got Kid, and I respect. I'll be honest with you. I might be the only few people here. I just respect the title. It's some people respect titles nowadays. You know what I'm saying? I respect the title as unofficial as it is, of a Luffy rival. Now I did put Law in 30, but that's because he's a Luffy rival. You know what I'm saying? But Kid, he tanked a lot of punches from Big Mom. He had Shanks sweating. He's one of the few people who stood up to Kaido. Now, was that stupid? Yes. But that's a real conqueror. He has Conqueror's Haki. Has he used it? No. But we say Zoro has Conqueror's Haki. But he doesn't know how to use it. So it's the same thing. But once again, I got it all wrong. Loki is definitely above these two. Now, what justice will prevail? These are the new Marines. This is where I've got them. And honestly, where you put each, I don't really care. I really think they're relative. I say that, but one of them is probably. I don't think any of them stronger. It just depends on what you rate more, gravity or grass. And most people will say gravity. But he's blind. I don't care. He's nerfed. I'm putting Green Bull above him. Now, does that mean I like Green Bull? Let's not put down my name. I'm just saying. I just think higher in strength technically by like 1 point. Remember when I was talking about the Shanks Pirates? The only one I have to rank, at least try, is Ben Beckman. I could be so wrong, but he's the second in command. He's number one. He's Zorro. He's Rayleigh of the most, compact crew, at least from what we've heard. He only accepts quality members in his team. So his second in command needs to be the best. Because he also has to protect all the weaklings that he's affiliated with. And he also has, statements, whatever statements that he has. Smartest man, whatever. I don't really care about those statements. Just from what we know of him, I just give him 17 and call it a day. And now, guys, I need to calm down. Because this is where it gets exciting. This is where I bring the energy up. And this is why some of you may click away from this video and call me illegitimate and don't know the show. I've got our main character, our MC, Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy, Joy Boy Luffy, whatever you want to call it. And I'll be honest with you, I put my hands up. Is it a hate? Do I not believe in the MC? True, yes, I don't. But if I'm talking about honestly, I just don't rate the 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever his what the hell his countdown is. I don't care. Make it 2 seconds, make it 10. If we're looking at this in the One Piece world, he's top one, of course. This is the same way people like argue about the Kaido fight to me. If Oda's writing it, the Kaido fight makes sense. Luffy fan 123 writes it, the Kaido fight makes sense. The Kizaru fight makes sense. Any other fight makes sense. But we're talking about characters who we've seen, or at least heard, for 10 days, 10 nights, against equal fighters, that it became a battle of attrition. Attrition is like the one thing this guy's bad at. If I have to see this guy, after 15 minutes, he gets food magically by some his enemies, by random guys, to continue the fight, I don't rate the guy as a fighter. Now, do I think he washes most of these people below him in 15 minutes? No, as well. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't think he's beating. I'm lying. I don't think he's beating Loki in 15. Okay, you know what? The way Luffy talks to Loki is disrespectful. So I'm just gonna take his word for it that he beats him in 10 minutes or whatever. I forgot how long, because I'll be honest with you, it doesn't feel like that amount of time. You gotta be tripping over my words because I'm trying to defend my take on why I don't rate Luffy as much. There's two things I don't like: regeneration and time constraints. And Luffy somehow has a time constraint, so I'm not gonna rate him as a fighter. Because all you have to do is run away for 10 minutes and beat him up in a 1v1. Let's take the Kizaru fight for example. Sure, Luffy won the fight technically by a punch. I'm not gonna talk about external factors as Kizaru was, I don't care. But he won the fight because he punched him and got knocked out, right? But at the same time, his timer ran out. Who wakes up first? It was Kizaru. Kizaru had enough time to give him food. Allegedly. So technically, Kizaru could have ended the job and he would have won the fight. That's what I'm trying to say. Luffy, great fighter. But I just feel like the people above him, you need more than the timer you have to win the fight. And if no Mickey Mouse clubhouse type of thing happens that you need extra food. But I said I have to give the benefit of the doubt because some of these fights he's helping out his bum ass crewmates. No disrespect. He's helping out his crewmates from attacks. So I have to take that into consideration. But one thing I don't rate about Law is the stamina issues. And one thing I definitely don't rate about Luffy, stamina issues again. And I'm sorry, I don't see Luffy like Oda sees Luffy, or Luffy fan 123 sees Luffy. I see him as, hey, we just need 15 minutes. We just need to survive 15 minutes and we're good. Now saying that, I feel like I did make a couple mistakes. I'm not gonna lie to you. But above them, we've got the last stand of the Holy Knights. Honestly, you can make him be all the Holy Knights, or at least all the capable Holy Knights, let me say that. Or you can just make him Shamrock by himself. Because the counter to a time limitation, regeneration. As long as you survive 15 minutes with regeneration, surely you don't lose the fight, right? But I could be wrong, and I'm definitely going to be wrong. But at the same time, Luffy has Conqueror's Haki, or Conqueror's Haki coating. Coating is the answer, maybe. Who knows? That's what it's stated. I don't care. But until I see Luffy do it, I'm just gonna say the counter to Luffy is anyone that can regenerate. And for that reason, I've got to have the Gorosei up there. As lame as they are, as ass as they are, we just gotta respect what Oda's doing. Big bad. I may not agree with Oda in many things, the Gorosei being one of them, but at the same time, I cannot deny they're meant to be a threat. Now, are they five? Are they five Kaidos? No. Are they? I'll give them five admirals, and that's disrespectful to admirals. I'm not gonna lie to you. That around that range. Let's just forget what happened to Garling. Garling was fighting top one. Let's see him fight. Not let's see them fight Chopper or something, man. Someone more someone more at that level. Now this is where I think I started smoking. I don't know why. I think I know why I did this, but Sabo is definitely not above the Gorosei. He ran away from them. So I'm definitely already putting him below the Gorosei. Is it because there were five of them and Ibu was there? I don't care. He ran away. So I'm just gonna put him there. But do I rate? I don't rate Sabo more than Luffy. Hopefully we like understanding. I don't. Shamrock, I do. But Sabo, I don't. But he's the Flame Emperor. Doesn't mean that title means nothing. But he is that second in command to Dragon. Don't believe in the revolutionary. So that's another thing. Honestly, the more I speak, the more I'm putting this guy down. Sabo's a character. He's invincible. In the words of Voice Critical. Maybe that's the reason I keep it up here. I'm just saying, the way people talk about Sabo, I like to believe. I don't like to believe, but it forces me to put respect on him. So I'm thinking the way people talk about Sabo, he could survive 15 minutes with Luffy. And if you can survive 15 minutes with Luffy, do you know what that means? You win the fight. This debuff that Luffy gets from Gear 5 is worse than Gear 4. At least with Gear 4, even though he was Mickey, he ran away from Katakuri for a bit to recharge. You could run away. Now you couldn't. It was Mickey. I don't care. But anyway, the way that Sabo is shown, he's meant to be like equal to Luffy. You know what I'm saying? Luffy, Sabo, and Kobe. I'm not putting Kobe in. Nothing can force me to put Kobe in. That guy's ass. But Sabo right now, he's meant to be like, the more older, in control character. I'll put him in. You know what? Just close your eyes and think it's Ace. That's my goal right there. This is where Ace would be. And Ace is the big bro, so I gotta put him above Luffy. That's my only rating. We've got the Brothers of Destruction. I don't know. I just wanted to say that. But we got the former admiral and a current admiral, Kizaru, big Kizaru, and Aokiji. There's not really anything much to say. Do I think Aokiji stronger? Yes. Is he stronger than a single Gorosei? I don't know, man. This is where it gets all mixed up because technically the old man down here said Goku, Garp, and Rayleigh and the others are known for having the ability to fight these guys. They have the secret sauce, but because they're old, I've got to nerf them down because that skill, that gimmick is only useful against people with strong regeneration or Kaido, even Big Mom maybe. I don't think it's useful against most other characters. But at the same time, I just have to respect what we've seen of Kizaru and Aokiji. Because throughout Egghead, I felt like the bigger threat, and I could be wrong, the bigger threat was also always Kizaru until the guy went to sleep. Saturn, cool. Cool. You're cool, my guy. You're cool. But we've got Kizaru. We've got Green Bull at home. But out of respect, I'm just gonna just put it here. Just respect. I don't know how to do this one. I'm just gonna put respect on it and just put move them down one or two for some people and put the Gorosei above. I'm gonna respect Oda. Oda told me that the Gorosei are who we should be threatened by. He told us the Holy Knights, but the Gorosei are also meant to be them. And number 6 is Dragon. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. It's vibes. I don't know. I don't know what you want me to do. I guess telling East the whole arc, the whole story makes you 6. He shot a guy in the backstory. Yay! I guess he's 5 now. He saved Shanks. I'll be honest with you. I'm glazing him because his name is Dragon and he's the most wanted man alive. I don't know, man. I'm tired. I'm tired of this guy. They tell me I don't have to see anything to know he's strong. I guess they're right. 5, we've got Akainu, the red dog. This is my dog. There's no disrespect for Akainu when I'm around. He fought the strongest man. Again, titles, the strongest man. It doesn't matter if that guy's 50, 60, or 70. As long as he still has that title, he is the strongest man. Unless some fans agree with me that, titles don't update. So you could be the strongest man at one point, but until you die, you continue to be the strongest man. He's a fleet admiral. There's not really much to say. He's another guy, modern dragon, but we've seen him do something in Marineford, and he's easily upscalable because we've seen Kizaru, we've seen Aokiji, and technically he's meant to be equal to Aokiji or stronger. His flaw is Aokiji. That's a very high flaw. So there's no reason for him not to be. He could sneak into number 2, number 3. Here we go, man. Here we go. Number 4, we've got Mihawk. Number 3, we've got Shanks. I've been talking about titles a lot, sarcastically, realistically, whatever way I was talking about them, but it all led to this moment. The debate, the discussion, the favorite topic of any One Piece fan. And honestly, I'm not here to discuss. I think Mihawk is number 4, Shanks is number 3. The margin, basically 0. Technically, I technically think Mihawk is stronger. Let me switch it around then, if I do believe that. For the sole reason as it's more disappointing if Mihawk loses to Shanks. I never thought about that. All my days, I'm coming up as we speak. I'm thinking of reasons as we speak. The way I see it, and also the way Mihawk sees it, I believe. He won't fight Shanks again because he's lost his hand, his one arm, dominant arm, I'm pretty sure. But in the end of the day, because of all these nerves Shanks has got, it is clear that in a fight, if Shanks wins, it's a bigger stain on Mihawk's legacy than if Mihawk wins to Shanks' legacy. There's no real winning except winning for Mihawk. Because if he loses, not only did he lose to a technically weaker, on paper, a weaker Shanks, because he's lost an arm, depending on how strong you guys think the one arm is. I think it's a difference. You got to watch Bleach. You remember the one scene where Kenpachi was swinging the sword with one arm, and then he said, "Hey, I may have not learned a lot from Captain Yamamoto, but there's one thing I did learn. 2 hands is better than 1. Also, a lot of things you can do. With JJK, the whole benefit of Sukin having 4, JJK, you know what I'm saying? Let me not spoil it too much. But I do favor Shanks. I believe Shanks is stronger and should be. Okay, maybe should is not the right word. You know what? Fuck it. Should be stronger. But realistically, if I'm thinking rationally, Mihawk is stronger. Now, I'm not saying you're hearing how I'm describing this. I'm not saying Mihawk is 20 compared to Shanks. They're relative to strength. Rivals. You know what rivals means. And I know you guys are used to Luffy Kid rivalry. Roger Shiki. No disrespect to Shiki. But those are the type of rivalries you're used to. I'm talking more Gojo Sukuna type of rivalries. I'm trying to think, okay, there's no good rivalries that are actually even. I was about to say Goku Vegeta, but that's shout out Vegeta, man. That's what I'm gonna say. And number two, we've got Blackbeard. Has he showed me anything that actually impressed me so far? Hell no. Am I impressed? Hell no. But on paper, like once again, if we get the paper, I start writing bullet points and everything this guy has, he's automatically better than Akainu. His flaw is Akainu. Is it? Okay, I'm lying. But on paper, he should be better than Akainu. Conqueror's Haki, should have both other Hakis. Something about his body, we don't know it yet. He's weird. He has a weird constitution. He has 2 devil fruits. 2 of the stronger devil fruits in the series. One nullifies others' abilities. The other one can destroy the earth, apparently. So, I can't disrespect that. A rival to Luffy. When we say rival, I mean, is he the front runner? If we're talking about every single one going for the One Piece, is he up? Or is it Luffy? I'm pretty sure Luffy is. He has most poneglyphs, but he did get the slime guy, Carabou, I don't know the guy's name. The guy with the swamp fruit. So he has the knowledge of that. He's better Luffy. I didn't say that. I'm just saying that's what the story is trying to tell us right now. No, no, sorry, it's not telling us that. I am I'm losing my mind. This is agenda speaking. But yeah, honestly, looking at this seriously, I take Shanks, Mihawk, Akainu over Blackbeard, but what from what we've seen. But there's something about this guy that keeps getting him wins, and you would be losing money, bets, whatever you're putting on this. I'm betting against Blackbeard. That's one thing you should never do. I've learned the hard way, Ace. Just don't bet on Blackbeard. Just like Luffy will survive his nerfed version from using Gear 5 or Gear 4, Blackbeard, when that screen goes black, he's winning the fight. And talking about something black, we've got Emu. That shit's over.